Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Bekah Jo, aka the Makeup Tax Lady, and today we are doing several looks with the ENSLEY Rain Light in Your Eyes palette. Right off the bat, let's get the disclaimers out of the way. I realize that ENSLEY Rain has had some recent drama. This video and this channel is not about drama. We like to talk about makeup and makeup performance and makeup products that we love, don't love, etc. So let's have a little fun today looking at, playing with, talking about the Light in Your Eyes palette. Before I send you off to go look at all of the looks, sorry I don't remember how many there are off the top of my head, but you know now because you've seen the title and all of that. But before I send you off, let me encourage you. I don't want this video to feel like FOMO. I don't want to tell you where and how to spend your money. I want to talk about makeup that we love and enjoy, and I want us to be reinvigorated by things, whether it's something that's already in our collection, whether it's creating a BYOP that reminds us of a palette that's out there, whether you actually have the palette, today's palette being the Light in Your Eyes, and you want to play with it more. Please find the inspiration that way. I know that I go through ups and downs, waves of wanting to buy new makeup or just playing with my current collection. Right now, I'm loving my current collection, and so I want to keep playing with the stuff that I have right in front of me. I'm planning on doing more multiple looks with one palette videos in the future. I want to do one with the Glaminatrix U Beauty palette. I'd like to do one with ENSLEY Rain Cold Moon and probably Lands of Enchantment. If you have any suggestions about what kind of palette you'd like to see, whether I have the palette or not, I have plenty of single shadows, so I think I can pull together, or even magnetic palettes that I think I can pull together a lot of different color stories. So if you're just looking for inspiration from a particular type of color story, let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions in the comments below. Okay, now let's watch all of the looks that I've done with this palette that are in this video, and we'll come back at the end to chat a little bit more. Okay, welcome back. While it's fresh in your mind, please let me know which look was your favorite, or if there was a color combination that you were like, "Ooh, no, grab that one," and I didn't, that you'd like to see me do. Please let me know, because like I said, I'm loving just playing with the makeup that I have. So please let me know which one's your favorite, if there's a color combination that I did not do that you would like to see. I do also have a couple of reels using this palette. I'll see if I can link them either in the cards or in the description, so you can check out those couple of looks as well. Now let's talk for a couple minutes about the palette. ENSLEY Rain Lighten Your Eyes palette. Here, of course, is the beautiful cover art. The back is very similar, but we've got a little more information, including ingredients, where it's coming from, net weight of the palette, all of that sort of thing. This palette is a little bit, like, ever so slightly thicker than a couple of my other palettes. I think that this palette packaging is maybe slightly upgraded from some of the other ones I have from the brand. We do have a beautiful mirror in the palette. The background of the shades is a nice white with a little bit of, there's little iridescent shapes in there, little patterns. So it's very subtle. It makes it easy to see what each color is in the palette. Sometimes when the palette has its own design in the background, it can make it a little bit harder to tell what's in there. But this one is very easy to look at and easy to follow in that regard. Of course, all of the shades in here are magnetic, so we can definitely recognize that we've got some warmer tones over here, and then we lean a little bit cooler tones over on this side. This time of year, just my clothing is so much more leaning into cool tones and purples and blues and that sort of thing. So I am naturally gravitating more toward, these shades. These shades are beautiful as well. I think I used a little bit of this yellow shade once throughout this video. There's nothing wrong with the yellow shade. It's beautiful. I'll get plenty more use of it throughout the summer and the fall. Just a time of season thing for me personally. I really appreciate that we have these two lighter mattes up here. I think that they help blend everything out very well. I think that every single shimmer shade in this palette has something special to it. I loved each one when I put it on my eyes. Some of the looks that I did, I wore a glitter glue. Typically my Divina, what do we call this? Specular Sparkle and Shimmer glue base. That's a really nice glitter glue. I specifically used that on the days that I was working with a little bit of a chunkier formula, and it worked really well. I made sure to put on the glue and then go in with the shimmer after that, so I did one eye at a time. I also really made sure to, especially on the days that I was using a glitter glue, I placed the shimmer on my eye and then I wiped off my finger, and then I went back in and just kind of tapped just to help the shadow adhere a little bit better and to make sure everything was well blended, like in today's look. And I love the way that they all blended. They all meshed well on the eyes, and I think that the level of sparkle, the level of metallic, the level of shift in the few shades that have shift in this palette is fantastic. I found myself often gravitating toward three particular shimmers: Endless Light, Eyes That Light Up, and Glimmer in Time. These three are all lighter in depth and very, very sparkly, and they're all three different. So we have more of just like a neutral silver taupe, but not like super cool tone, just a little bit cool toned. We have this beautiful soft gold. It's not an overly yellow gold. It is a perfect gold in my opinion. It's so pretty. And this one up here, which is just a little bit more rose gold. I think that all three of these shades work well, of course, with every matte, all of the other shimmers in the palette. Besties up here, similarly, I feel, to the others, but it's a slightly less sparkly, maybe a little bit deeper, still absolutely beautiful shade. Head in the Sky, I wore several times or like incorporated it into a look because it has this beautiful shift to it, and it's not quite as deep and dark as I expected it to be, so it was really versatile in that way. Radiant Soul is that, like, I don't know if it's iridescent or like a light gray base, but it with a shift, but it is just so pretty. I would call out that MJ and Home specifically, maybe also Prismatic Glow, probably not. I don't know that I feel that way about that one, but these two definitely have a little bit of a deeper base to them. So that was something that I was aware of when I was working with the shades, but they have so much life to them. They have so much brightness and sparkle that I find them to be wearable instead of just a dark shimmer. Every single matte in this palette performs beautifully. I have always loved the matte formula from ENSLEY Rain. I don't know, but I'm not making any claims here. They may have updated the formula, and if they did Enlighten Your Eyes, I think they also did update the matte formula in Underland. The way that these mattes blend is, believe it or not, just as good, if not better, than everything in their other palettes that I have. So I have very much enjoyed. I did do an all matte look. It's like a mostly matte look, and I just put a little bit of shimmer on the inner corner just to show some of the versatility of this palette. Of course, our split pan here, Lucid Shine. This side of this pan is like really squishy. Most of the time, I think one time that I've used this, I mixed the shades together, but I think every time I used it in this video, I just used one side or the other, but it is gorgeous. I'm sure I could go on for a million hours more, but those are my thoughts using the ENSLEY Rain Lighten Your Eyes palette and doing several looks with it. Again, I'd love to hear your suggestions for color combinations, for multiple looks with another palette. I'd love to hear those thoughts in the comment section below. I hope that you are enjoying your makeup collection as well. Thank you so much for being here for today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one.